I'm 35 years old. If I could go back into my 20-year-old self, this is the advice I would give him. 1, you're going to start noticing a huge difference between the people who started investing early and learned about financial literacy in their 20s versus the people who partied it up and lived in the moment and finally in their 30s are trying to get their financial house in order. Number 2, you're also going to start noticing a massive difference between the people who take care of their bodies and eat healthy versus the people that drink lots of alcohol and eat junk food. Number 3, live in a different country. I lived in Ireland for a whole year and it changed my entire worldview. Especially if you're raised American, we tend to think the American way is the best or the only right way to do something. But once you travel and experience other cultures, you'll learn there's lots of amazing ways to live life. Hey, I just want to interrupt and mention that at the end of this video, I'm going to share something that is excruciatingly personal and painful, which is my best and worst advice I would have given to myself, but just wanted to warn you that it's not for the faint of heart. 4, living under your means is a superpower. Did you know that half of 6-figure earners live paycheck to paycheck? A lot of it has to do with the fact that they keep inflating their lifestyle every time they make more money, so they actually don't increase their savings at all. Check out the FIRE movement. It's people like me who actually lived in this van for a year, and when I did that, I actually saved 95% of every dollar I made that year. Look, you don't need to live in a van, but you do need to live below your means. Number 5, invest as much as you can and as often as you can and make it automatic. Number 6, Number 6, be playful. Do not fall. Oh, snap. My wife and I always talk about one of our greatest strengths as a couple is being playful, and that's why we laugh every single day. Number 7, start a side hustle. This has been personally game-changing for me, and the internet, I think, is the great equalizer. It doesn't care about the color of your skin or even if you have a criminal record. What matters most with the internet style of business and side hustles is how much value you create for other people. It's never been easier to create a business online, and if you're more interested in that, comment the word 7. I can send you one of my best classes for free. Number 8, time is your most valuable resource. It's so sad that people in their 20s don't realize this and they waste so much of it. You can always make more money, but you can't ever make more time. Number 9, don't be an early adopter of any medicine or supplement. Just look back in history across huge companies which did terrible marketing that this next little pill that you're going to take is going to solve all your health problems, and it turned into cancer or crisis. It's not that I'm anti-medicine. I love a good medicine. I just want to make sure it's battle tested through at least a decade. You feel me? Number 10, respect your body. Yo, real talk, my wife and I lost our virginities together. And I think because of that, we saved out from so much chaos and drama because we waited for the right person. Don't sleep in the same room as your phone. One of the worst ways you can start every day is to grab your phone and doom scroll. Number 12, don't watch the news. The news is this incentive-based program on ratings that try to rile us up because they know that the most effective way to increase the ratings is to cause us stress and anxiety and basically keep us glued with propaganda on whatever the agenda is. Anytime you watch the news, you are giving up your mental sanity and health. Number 13, don't do drugs. I'm a multimillionaire, and often when I find myself in the room with other successful multimillionaires, no one is a drug user, not even just a little bit. Try to build a life that you don't need to escape from with drugs or alcohol. Don't use plastic for anything. The next epidemic of health is the microplastics, which are in everything from our food, containers, water, and now in our bloodstreams. Number 15, you gotta dance. It's better to be on the dance floor than watching it from the side. Dance is a projection of your ego, specifically with how much you care about what other people think about you. If you aren't out on the dance floor when opportunity strikes, you might care a little bit too much about what people think about you. Number 16, don't go on cruise ships. I mean, while you can walk and jump and hike and move, cruise ships is the last type of travel experience you should do. You can always wait to do those when you're 60 plus or can't move anymore. Number 17, take care of the people that you love. This sounds obvious, but we need this reminder as we get so busy with our lives that the people that we love the most, we need to tell them, we need to take care of them. And so if you haven't done that in a while, why don't you pause this video and send that text message to that person that you love just to let them know you love them. 18 is read books. I read about a book every single week. I even have my own book called Start Thinking Rich. I truly believe that reading books is the cheat codes of life. And I also think that every person, including you watching this, should write their own book one day. don't eat until after at least 1 hour from when you wake up. Number 20, drink water as soon as you wake up. You're literally dehydrated every single morning. Number 21, do not join a pyramid scheme. A real business doesn't require your family and friends to sign up underneath you or pay for you to survive or thrive. Number 22, never sacrifice sleep for success. Number 23, alcohol is literally poison. Every time you have it, it's going to make you unhealthier and a little broker. Number 24, be a person of many interests and hobbies. There's nothing more awkward when I ask someone that's around my age, hey, what do you do for fun? And they struggle to answer. Number 25, open a Roth IRA and max it out or invest as much as you can early on, and it will compound to $1 million. And eventually keep doing that strategy until you make so much money that you're actually not allowed to use a Roth IRA. Become allergic to complainers. Studies have come out that show that if you listen to complaining, it can actually shrink your brain. Ugh. 27, don't put all your eggs in one basket. At all points of history, there's always been some incredible life-changing investment opportunity where some people have made a lot of money, but most people don't. Right now, you could say that's crypto, Bitcoin, and the thing is, there might be a chance that when you invest in these things, it could take off, but there might be a chance that it could go to zero. Anything that's super high risk, we call it speculative. And because of those reasons, just make sure it's no more than 10% of your entire net worth if you're considering something super risky like that. Number 28, don't be a bully. I was bullied in high school, and it's crazy to see that bullies after high school really did not amount to much. But more than that, because I've become a content creator and successful with money and have my own book, I've had a lot of these bullies come out and have to apologize. And some have even asked me for money because they were struggling so bad. It's a bad look. Number 29, AI is the future. You have to adopt and use it across every single industry and niche or job career, including doctors and engineers. Everyone's going to be using AI just like everyone uses Google today. So might as well get ahead and learn how to be good with it, and it could advance your career by a lot. Number 30, the grass isn't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water it. Number 31, if you know how to sell, you'll always have a job. But if you know how to sell online, you'll never need one. Number 32, know that the position you're in right now is a direct response to how you think and the decisions that you make. But also, if you want to change, all you need to do is change the way you think and change the decisions that you make. Number 33, over 70% of billionaires are actually self-made, which is amazing because it means if you weren't born rich, you can do this too. Number 34 is harsh, but true. It's not your fault if you're born poor, but it is your fault if you die poor. The person that told me this is actually my dad, and he went through so many adversities most people will never experience, including being so hungry that he had to steal food and tragically having his father murdered when he was around 5 years old. When he came to the USA, he started washing cars at a Toyota dealership, and by the end of his career, he was a parts manager. My mom's also Mexican, and they both came from nothing and worked hard. They had this immigrant mindset that really is relentless. I mean, I'm one of the first brand dealers born here, yet I carry that immigrant mindset, and you should too. It's about extreme accountability and hope that we can make change. This last piece of advice is the one I was warning you about. I learned this year that even if you do everything right, something out of your control, the worst case scenario, your worst nightmare, can completely derail your entire life. I know this is true because a few weeks before the birth of my first daughter, Catalina, we showed up to a normal routine ultrasound and she had no heartbeat. She was a stillborn, stillbirth. We had no warning, no indication. Completely healthy, all three of us, up until that moment. This is why 35 was the worst year of my life.